Counselors, welcome back to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. I am feeling much better. It has been an interesting week, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely a crazy week. I finally went back to work. That's right. Students are not back till next week, but I have stepped foot. I have touched grass. I've touched the building that I work at, and it's just professional training. Yeah, the week is kind of like, eh. That being said, we will get back to doing some streams. I do want to do some normal streams. Not again, we're not going to be doing summer stuff. People just don't understand that, again, this isn't my job. However, I do enjoy it as a hobby. And so I will stream when I feel like it. I do have members who support the channel. And so I will absolutely at least give you guys your member only chat stream Sunday. It's going to happen regardless of what it is. I owe you. Shout out to the members who support the physical channel itself. That being said, we will be returning to streaming the Destiny stuff eventually. Right now, it's just been Solstice. There's only so much you could farm out, and Caldera and K1 and Kel's Fall and pretty much anything that's dropping tier 5s. But yeah, at this point, we're just kind of banging the head against the wall to 450. And I would rather watch Netflix. So that's why I've just not been streaming. Anyways, I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. You're awesome. I don't hate you, but you know who does? Destiny. Or at least that's what this YouTuber, who I've never heard before. No, I mean, I'm not throwing shade. I always like finding new people. We have Cook the Fanatic. In the Discord was shared, so I'm gonna check the video out. Shout out to I believe it was Lost Frames that posted it. No, it wasn't Lost Frames. Hold on. You know what? You know who you are. I apologize. Next time I'm gonna give credit to the one who asked me to check it out. But today specifically, we're going to check out proof that Destiny 2 hates its players. Whether that's, I have no idea what to expect. I don't know who this person is. If it comes out that this person is a crazy person, I don't know. You know what? We check out new channels and we jump into it and we see different takes other than just our own.
The Edge of Fates have recently released for Destiny 2.
Yes.
And as someone who stopped playing Destiny 2 quite a while ago, I was kind of uninterested in this. Obviously, I've been playing for a couple of years now, to be completely honest with you.
Okay, so we're getting some insight. Someone who used to play Destiny, but has quit. I'm hoping that this person explains why they quit. What made you quit the first time?
But I saw what the Edge of Fates did, what it added to the game, and more importantly, what it removed from the game. And it made me feel as though I had to talk about it because it's just so unbelievable to me that Destiny 2 still has a player base at all. And, it's not because the game is...
Listen, first off, you're being very generous. This isn't the player base. It's 50 going around 60. It's actually worse than that. Oh, that's because it's July 6th. That's why you're being kind enough to give it. I think the actual Steam charts are this. Yeah. Yeah, that is the real Steam charts. Yeah, you're being generous. It's actually worse than that.
Isn't good. It's not because the game isn't fun. The game looks great. It has a great combat system. I have over 1,000 hours in the original Destiny and a couple hundred in Destiny 2 before I stopped playing. I understand.
Wait, you have 1,000 and a couple hundred? So did this person stop playing during Red War? So they missed Forsaken. So, okay, that does kind of like frame some of the perspective. Now, can someone who's played Destiny and walked off have an opinion? Absolutely. I mean, I have opinion about Call of Duty, and I haven't really been into it a whole lot. Like, you can absolutely have an opinion that's something you purchased and you stop playing. Like, can you have an intricate, deep opinion? No. But if you've played it, you understand the systems and you've kept up to date, or at least you checked in and you're like, I don't want to deal with that. then it seems like that's what this perspective is coming from. Someone who's like, who has been gone for a while, it sounds like. Yeah, like only a couple of 100 hours. Or maybe I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, what if you only got a couple 100 hours? What did you play? Like if they came in to Destiny 2 at Lightfall, man, what a bad time to come in.
The good part of the game, I understand why you play it. I don't understand how its players can put up with Bungie and how they run the game, though.
Stockholm Syndrome.
The first thing I want to
Stockholm Syndrome. See, we don't like what Bungie does and we criticize it. But at the same time, it's an addiction. It's an addiction. And at this point, there needs to be like state, country, government, officialized like therapy for the Destiny community. Like I feel like a lot. Yeah, just there needs some deep therapy, especially for the roaches under the floorboard of Destiny. Like they need the biggest help.
Talk about is something that Destiny has done a lot, especially in Destiny 2, where they immediately resetted everyone's light level to 10 when the Edge of Fate's released. And this is something, as a very active Warframe player, that I cannot even comprehend. You're telling me the work I put in to grind and get the best.
Okay, so they're a Warframe player. Well, that would explain some things. This is the second time we've listened to an opinion of a Warframe player.
Loot, level up my weapons, and do all of this shit. You're talking about hundreds of hours for some items in Destiny. I know how insane the grind can be sometimes. And you're telling me, after all those hours, all that work putting into your game that I love, you slap me in the face and reset it all to be weak and completely and utterly useless?
Listen, there's going to be two sides to this argument. The side that says you've used the same stuff for years. Destiny was getting stale. We need to do a thing. And to some point, I agree. But I also would argue that if you're going to just do that, if you're going to make all the loot, pointless, make a fucking Destiny 3. Like, that's the thing that doesn't make sense. Like, the whole argument against Destiny 3 is, well, we have to restart. Bitch, you're restarting anyways. People are going to be upset they have to leave their loot behind. Bitch, we already are leaving our stuff behind. It's like, like ding dong, hello. It's already happening. I don't, what are we talking about? Like, so I see both sides. I love the loot changes, by the way. I love the tiers. I love the stats. I love all of that. That's the part of the changes that I do like. However, I would concede to say that should have just been Destiny 3. But doing it in Destiny 2, I can see where people who may not, have as much time to grind out all the best stuff. For some people, it was a lot of time, a lot of work, and a lot of effort to do that. And now it's gone. So, yeah, I understand.
All this insane gear I got from killing gods, essentially, is now worthless and worse than a random auto rifle I can pick up off some random enemy? What? Why? I hate that. And that's something that Destiny does all the time, but I don't think it's ever been this bad. They reset everything to the light level of 10? Everything's just worthless now? There is no good equipment you can have anymore? Everyone's arsenal just got destroyed and violated? Now.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Power progression versus the loot itself. Those are two different things. Let's be very. This person, I don't know how much they know and how much they don't know. Mr. Cook. Listen, it's two different things. Can you still use weapons like normal? Yes. Armor completely. You might as well throw it in the trash. Armor is pretty much replaced at this point. Like you're gonna upgrade it. It's redundant. Weapons, however, you can get away with using old weapons. Like you can still use old weapons. Eventually, you will throw them in a dumpster, which is the point. But it's not as useless as people think on the weapon department.
Obviously, there are ways to increase the light level of your own equipment that you already have. So if you're, sentimentally attached to a particular weapon or a piece of gear, it can be raised. However, that's usually very expensive and requires a ton of grinding or actual money, from what I understand. So
wait, what?
Kind of a scam.
I think I know what he's talking about, but no, you at this moment you cannot outright just buy upgrades. You can, but you can't.
Anyway, so that is already something that pisses me.
But yes, I agree. Yes, it's what he's referring to, and I'm kind of saving it for my review. It is a scam.
Because as a player, that's the reason I stopped playing, is they made my gear not good that I worked hard for, and I was like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I want to go play a game where my gear can stay fucking good, that I worked my ass off for. And that's why I stopped playing Destiny. And it's something they've done for a while now, and it's something that they're saying with the release of Edge of Fates, they're going to do a whole lot more. So with the Edge of Fates release, all your light levels drop to 10, but then it can be worked back up to 450 right now. However, they said every new season, all light levels will now be dropped down to 200.
I do think this is stupid.
That means that every 6 months or so, all the hours you played were for fucking no reason. I mean, if you're having fun, it's because you're having fun. But
by the way, a game like Diablo that makes you kind of reset, you can actually still play with the character that you leveled up with all your gear. So the idea that Destiny is the only game that I know that does this shit, where they reset the progression. Seasonally, games like Diablo do that, but you can still return to the character and play in the I don't know what they call it, the non-seasonal world, right? You can't partake, and most of the time you're like, okay, what's the point then? Who cares? Most people are going to play the seasonal, but it's still an option to go back to that character that you grinded out. So it's not pointless, it's not worthless, it's not thrown in the trash. Whereas Destiny is, you don't get a choice. You're just like, haha, fuck you. You spent all that time, fuck off. So yeah, Destiny is probably one of the worst games when it comes to power progression. And anyone who thinks that it's a good grind is retarded. I'm putting it out. You are retarded. And there's gonna be people like, seriously, you're gonna call people retarded? Yes. If you think chasing a number that is going to be reset is fun, you are retarded. Sorry, someone had to tell you. Someone had to be brutally honest and just put it out there. You are retarded. Now, numbers that go up but stay, like Borderlands, Warframe, Diablo, it all makes sense, especially when you're building upon it. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. But when the grind itself is not the loot, but just the number that is going to disappear, it's stupid. But guess what? Anyone that's addicted to this game is still going to do it. I mean, I got to 400 twice, so here we are, baby. I'm just as mentally challenged as everyone else.
Why grind something if you know in 6 months or whatever it's going to be pointless? This is insane. Every new season, all levels will be dropped to 200. They're just telling you that now. What is the incentive to grind for people anymore if you only get to use your top level gear for a whole fucking year? You don't even get to use it for, you get to use it for a couple months? That
is fair. I think the featured system is so garbage because you will only have a certain amount of time. Like by the time you get to a certain degree where your gear, like you get the gear that you actually want, like tier 5s or 4s, right? But at that point in like a year, like 6 months, 3 months, whatever, it's all going to be, it's going to lose all the bonuses and you're going to be forced to like regrind the next bullshit. So that system alone is definitely garbage, but he's not even addressing that. I don't think he even knows that.
You're telling me if you, from level 10 light level, it's probably going to take, a player that plays 1 or 2 hours every day 6 months to get to the fucking peak. If they even get there. The only people that are going to hit 450 light level before the time it resets are going to be hardcore grinders. This is terrible. Why would anyone ever do this or support this studio? It's a terrible decision.
Because we're all Stockholm Syndrome delinquents.
Not only that, they've also released, not released. They didn't release that much. They removed the story content, the seasonal story content that gave context for the final shape, which is, probably the most important DLC they've released, and for the most part, one of the most popular they've ever released. That concluded like the story of the original Destiny 2. The Red War, which you also can't play, by the way, kind of set up like why things happen.
Damn, isn't it funny? Like, people get upset. Like, there's content creators that get upset at people continuously pointing out sunsetting, and here you have someone who's quit Destiny like years. You have people on the outside who are saying the same thing. It is crazy.
And like why things started to get the ball rolling, and then the final shape was the conclusion of what the Red War kind of got the ball rolling on. So for new players getting into Destiny 2, they were already fucked. Let's be honest. Even Destiny 2 hardcore defenders right now cannot argue that Destiny 2 is a good game for new players.
It's not. And I've said this, and I'm definitely going to beat the dead horse after I'm done. Like, that's another thing, is the new player review. Is I got, once things stabilize at work and just in general life stabilizes, I will make that. I have so many reviews, and I've just been not in the mood to do any like actual editing. And I just, you know what? I'm going to release it when I decide to release it. That's kind of how I feel. I'll release it when I feel like it, because this is a hobby. And now that, more important things are starting in my life, my job, my career, the things that I care about the most above all else. I'm going to put that first, and then I'll tweak. And I want to say, yes, the new player experience currently is at its worst that it's ever been.
Game is maybe the worst new player experience that I've ever seen in a game in human history. It is awful. RuneScape is bad. Has a better new player experience than fucking Destiny 2.
That's true.
Because all the story's gone. If you want to play Destiny 2, if you play just Destiny 2 as a new player, and your whole goal was to understand the story from playing the game, it is literally impossible, because so much content has been removed.
And I think anyone that would argue just go watch a YouTube video, you're a dumbass. You're literally a Bungie ball fondling dumbass. Because that should never be an excuse at all. That is just a clear indication the game is ass.
50% of the content of Destiny 2 has been removed. There is as much content vaulted and gone as there is content in the damn game. That is insane. And now we have to calm down here and say, okay, a lot of long-lasting MMOs and RPGs, like all these games that are live service, regularly do have content removed to make space for new content.
Do they?
Is outdated, is removed. So I went ahead here and I went to compare two games to Destiny 2 here. The two games I chose to compare are both way older than Destiny 2, with them being World of Warcraft and Warframe. Warframe and World of Warcraft both have significantly more content offered than Destiny 2. And throughout their decades-long, well, for Warframe, just decade, and for World of Warcraft, decades-long run, have actually, and I did the research, I crunched the numbers. World of Warcraft has somehow vaulted less content than Destiny 2, even though Destiny 2's been around for what, like 4 or 5 years? World of Warcraft is like 20.
Pre-patch events, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King. Wait, these are instances by the bigger. So these are like what?
Damn years old.
I don't like pre-patch events. So they're like events. So these are just events. Brawlers Guild, Legendary Quest Chain. So 2 quests, a dungeon, 1, 2, 3 dungeons. Veil. Yeah. Holy shit. I mean, that's still not good that they removed that. And I would be absolutely criticizing them for doing that. But like, damn. That's bad. If we listed everything in Destiny, we would have like, what, 5 pages worth of stuff? Damn. Damn. A real MMO vaulting less shit than Destiny. Holy boy. Holy. You gotta think, they didn't make a World of Warcraft 2. They just did World of Warcraft.
It has vaulted less content than Destiny 2.
That's
How
insane.
Is that possible? I didn't believe it. I was like, in my head tripping. I was like, wow, that's fucking insane. So all this argument that Destiny 2 needs to vault content for whatever bullshit reason to this extent is just fucking cap. I don't know what the hell Destiny...
By the way, they still been vaulting sunsetting content. Like, it's still happening. I mean, we just lost of all heresy, which makes no damn sense to me.
Destiny 2 is doing. They seem to make choices that just hurts their fan base and doesn't benefit them at all. I don't know how any of this is benefiting them in the long run. And I just know it hurts the fan base. They seem to fucking hate you guys. I'll be honest with you. Bungie hates their players. And that is even more prevalent when you look at their newest...
He's not wrong. They actually really do. I know there's that. I know content creators who are best friends with Bungie and like to like lead you on saying Bungie's our friend. They're a company. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't notice you. They don't give a shit about you. You can suck their dong all you want, but they don't know you.
Extraction shooter. Why in the world are they putting so much money in a doomed game that they're getting sued for stealing fucking artwork from? Why are they putting so much money into this doomed game that no one's going to fucking play instead of putting money into their flagship?
Sorry, not sued. They admitted to it and tried to make it right. Yeah, we don't know if they're being sued. And for all we know, and I'm going to just say this right now because I've never talked about it. I bet that the artist did lawyer up and that there's either has already been back channel, like the, works, or there's still discussions going on how much Bungie is going to pay, which is probably why Sony has said, you know what, we're taking control of the company because they got to probably pay a significant amount to the artists without getting taken to court, because we all know they have a case. Like, if Bungie gets taken to court, they will lose.
Title Destiny 2 and actually doing something nice, or better yet, make a Destiny 3. If you really can't, for some reason, continue to add story without vaulting very important story for players, why don't you say, hey, we'll leave Destiny 2 as is, so a person can pick this game up and get through the whole story and understand what's going on, and then we'll go ahead and make Destiny 3.
It's not just me. Someone who literally, just like the rest of the Destiny community that has mental illness, Stockholm syndrome, someone on the outside, someone who's sane, someone who's intelligent beyond the Destiny community, someone who has escaped the grasp of Destiny avarice, is saying the same damn shit. It's very nice.
Where we continue with a different story. You know why they aren't doing that? Because they blew all their fucking money on shitty games and lawsuits, like the lawsuit they're getting for someone claiming they stole their idea for the Red War, which Bungie should be able to win easily because it's a bullshit lawsuit. However, they vaulted the content and then evidently like burned it and sent it to the fucking moon because they can't prove that they made it now. Like, what the hell? How is that even possible? I don't even understand the case, what's going on, but I know it's centered around the fact that Bungie...
This company, we're going to look back in 20 years when Bungie's dead and gone, and we're going to laugh at them. I know I'm going to see my kid playing some game. I won't be like, hey, let me tell you about a story about this game that used to be really good, but the company was ass. The car was amazing, but the driver, you just want to kick him while driving. You want to kick him out of the car, watch him get backflipped by a couple SUVs, and then you wanted someone else to take control of the car. That's what needs to happen to Bungie, and look, hopefully Sony does that. Like, we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like, damn, Bungie really was a shitty company.
You cannot get the Red War in a playable state to show the court. So with all this going on, looking at everything
damn, dude,
removed and all their new decisions they're making, I'm sitting here.
It's crazy seeing the Red. I have not seen the Red War cutscenes in a long time. Like, I almost want to go through and just do a reaction to the whole Red War. Like, I'm sure people have the entire playthrough somewhere, and I want to react to it just since there's like nothing else. You can't play it, but just react to it.
You're wondering, how do Destiny 2 players, how do you put up with this? How are you okay with a company that doesn't have your best interest in mind, or not even your best interest in mind? How are you okay with a company that seemingly hates you so much they would rather insult you and hurt your experience than make money? They would rather your life be worse than them make profit. That is Bungie. That is literally Bungie. I don't understand. They're not even greedy. They're just evil. They're just terrible. They're just idiots. I don't even get it. It is actually baffling. You know, they also removed some other things, which, like I said, I've been playing Destiny 2 for a while, so I can't really get too much into everything they did. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a genius here, but they removed ritual weapons, which I know were somewhat popular among players, even though me looking at
damn, he's got a script and everything,
and they look pretty fucking boring. But why remove something that players seem to like and had their whole builds around ritual?
Because they were too strong. That's why Bungie did not like, and people bitched about it, especially PvP players bitched about ritual guns being too strong.
Weapons, and like now you can't even, you know, upgrade them and shit like that. It's really stupid. And then of course something else that's really dumb and just anti-player, and something that I couldn't even understand why Bungie would do with Destiny 2. I'm sorry, I'm like actually getting mad looking at this. Is drops are now based on your equipped gear. Now, not completely based on your equipped gear. You're like your max level and stuff and all this other stuff.
Your power,
like what drops you get, but your equipped gear provides a multiplier for how good of drops you're going to get from certain strikes and missions, right? So wearing low level gear will actually result in hurting your drop.
I think I would agree that this is probably the most asinine fucking, because it's not, what he doesn't realize is that not only does it have to do with your fucking like your power rank, it also has to do with your guardian rank. Like, your guardian rank also plays a part into like reward, especially for events. Like, they capped it based on your guardian rank, and it's just so fucking stupid.
Chance multiplier for high gear, meaning that Destiny is actively forcing you, not forcing, but very heavily incentivizing you using your best gear at all times. So fuck looking cool, fuck wearing whole sets, you know, fuck whatever stat boost this gear has that you like, fuck all of that. Just use your best gear always, because for some reason we decided to change the system from the best gear in your inventory is what your drops are based off, to what the best gear you're wearing is what the drops are based off. Why would they ever do that? Can someone explain to me why that's something they would do? Maybe there is a good reason for that I just can't understand in my head, but for me that's just so dumb and stupid and anti-player. Now you can't.
It's absurd. It should be, you should get rewards based on the difficulty of the activity, and that's it. It shouldn't be based on any like other bullshit. The tier should be based on the difficulty, and that's it. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to do anything extra and micromanage doing this and this. Just play the fucking game, level up, and get the gear. Like, that's all should matter. And it shouldn't even matter based on like, what do I have a tier 3 or tier 2? If I don't have the highest tier armor, then I'm fucked. Like, none of that should matter.
Where, you know, some of the gear that maybe isn't as good, but just looks cool and you enjoy playing in, because the game is like literally saying, we're going to hurt your chances to get gear if you do that. What is the point of this? Like, legitimately, what is the point of this? And when you think about it all, this is just me like just ranting here, because it's just angering me to look at. If you're an old player that's been playing since the release of Destiny 2, your level has now been reset to where you are as powerful as someone that picked up the game yesterday. How does that make you feel?
So that was supposed to be for making everyone start at the same field, especially new players. It didn't really change anything except for just setting everyone back. But
you have grinded for thousands of hours. Maybe, no, probably not. If you've grinded for 10,000 hours, you need to get some fucking help. If you grinded for thousands of hours and now some.
I feel like I've been called out. He's not wrong.
Random dude that has never played the game before picks up Destiny 2 for free when you had to pay for it, by the way. He picks up Destiny 2 for free and is just as good as you. How does that make you feel? That would make me enraged. That would make me upset. Honestly, it'd make me very upset. And then I think there's one more thing I want to talk about here. Yes, okay. Going back to World of Warcraft and Warframe, both of which have much more content than Destiny 2. And they're obviously not the same type of game of Destiny 2, but just a comparison for games removing content.
Yeah, because WoW is a real MMO. Destiny is just a first-person shooter with a Halloween mask that says MMO on it.
Both have removed less content. Both have much more content in the game. And both, when they actually add like a new update, they actually add more in the new update than they fucking remove. Destiny
That's
2,
also true.
With the Edge of Fate, has literally removed more content than they added with the DLC. Now they're still adding content updates every week or so. However, it is never going to reach the amount of content they removed. This is fucking insane. They're not even making extra space for new content. What the hell is going on in here? You didn't need to remove that much, Bungie. Oh,
that is funny because right now they're soft sunsetting 90% of the game, but they're talking about how they're going to bring like dungeons, encounters from dungeons into the portal. So then like it's still in the game. They're not removing it from the game, but instead of just bringing the whole thing up to like they're just like, we're just going to choose encounters, which tells me they're too fucking lazy to go back, like too fucking lazy, too fucking broke. And they don't want to spend more money on making the whole game better. They just want to nitpick specific things that is easy for them to grab and throw into the portal. That's it. That's the real reason. And that's what you should expect. Bungie is going to do the bare fucking minimum for every little thing. And of course, the Destiny community is going to eat shit because we're going to have solstice events that give you all these high tier gear. And you're just like, this is the best event ever, Bungie. It's so good. And they literally just took content away. Spoiler for the brutally honest review, but yes, people who think Solstice is the best event we've ever had, you just like eating shit.
Hate your players, my bad. My bad, I forgot you hated your players. My bad. It's not because, you remove the content to make the game the better experience for players. You remove the content just to say fuck everybody. I understand. My bad. Also, Destiny 2, I refuse to believe a game that has as much content as it does should require 160 gigabytes on your computer, or around that much on your computer. This game is fucking massive. It takes up the full storage almost on your Xbox, on your computer, on your PlayStation. Whenever you play, this game takes up so much damn storage, it just doesn't even make sense. When games like Warframe take up around 50 gigabytes, and Warframe, Destiny is a very nice looking game. Warframe is pretty close to looking that good, and it takes up a third of the is Destiny 2 terribly optimized?
Yes.
I would love to see what's going on there, because this shit should not be 160 gigabytes.
Also, Bungie themselves as a company is not optimized.
Warcraft, which obviously doesn't look nearly as good, but it's 130 gigabytes around there. This is on PC, by the way, and has probably 2,000 more hours worth of content. So I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck are they doing? Because they have a great game. Destiny was one of the greatest games I've ever played. Hell, it's probably the greatest game I've ever played before. Even though I got pissed at it a lot when they reset my blight level. But Destiny 2, man, it has the same setup. It should be so popular. It should be so successful. But it seems Bungie is making every wrong decision. And they have an incredibly loyal, awesome fan base that really loves the game and really wants what's best.
Very loyal in the sense that we all have mental disorders.
For the game, the Destiny 2 fan base is not a bad fan base. They really love
Bro, you can tell he's not been part of the community for a nut. He has not been there for a nut.
Love the game, and they really love the community. So why is it that they're getting fucked so hard right now? You know, why does Bungie hate them so much? What's going on? What is going on, guys? Truly, what is going on? Anyway, if you have anything to add to my rant here, please let me know. I've just never seen such a successful game with so much potential be treated like this. It's
I don't know. Was Destiny ever considered successful? I don't know if it was ever considered successful, especially if its original launch. I think like Taken King was probably the most successful Destiny 1 really was. Like it was a really fantastic. Forsaken was successful. Witch Queen was successful. I don't know if Destiny as like a franchise itself was considered a success to where it was like over the top, like, oh, everyone's talking about it in like the most positive way.
Treated like this. This is just not okay. Legitimately, this is not. I'm mad right now for Destiny 2 players. I'm mad. And by the way, Destiny 2 players are mad too. They're not sitting on their asses, right? A lot of them are very upset. If you look up the Edge of Fates, it has not been received, or the Edge of Fate, it has not been received well at all.
No, it hasn't.
By Destiny players.
Nope.
However, they're going to still keep playing the game. I understand you love the game, so I'm making this to try to get my frustration out for those players. So I'm feeling frustration for those people who are loyal to Bungie because they truly love a game and they're truly loyal individuals. But I don't know, man. It's so upsetting to look at. It's so bad. I don't know if I can never play a game like this. So that's why I quit playing Destiny, is because they're like this. And that was years ago when they were much better than whatever the fuck this is. Whatever the hell this is, they were better than. This is obscene. And even worse than all of that, they're adding content slower than ever in Destiny 2 because they're focusing on their other other games. And the other games are fucking shit. So they need to focus on Destiny 2 and, you know, get it back into shape, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
He sounds like every Destiny player. I don't know what to do, man. I gotta get off this crack cocaine.
Destiny 2 is such a good game that could be
saved
at any point with someone competent taking over the development of the game. Destiny 2 is not a hard game to make very, very good for new players and for old players very quickly if it was anyone but Bungie running the show. In all honesty, bro, Bungie should have just always been owned by Microsoft, bro. Microsoft was doing something right to make them motherfuckers make Halo that good. That's all I can say. As soon as they got off on their own after they left Activision and Bungie, bro, Activision and Microsoft, Bungie's been on the shit list of like just terrible after terrible after terrible after terrible decision. And it's just so insane that Destiny 2 has such a high player base still. A very high player base and lots of respect to that player base that's loyal to the game.
It's not as high as you think it is, Jim. It may be as higher than what it should have. I think that's fair. It is still going like dropping, and it is not like healthy. Like I don't think that financially they're not thriving, they're surviving. And that's like been the prototypical thing about Destiny, is that it doesn't ever thrive, it just survives. Which technically, if Halo Infinite can have less players than Destiny and still exist, then I mean, I don't know like how far down the drain Destiny has to go. I mean, obviously Sony's taking over, so they're in the deep end already.
Releasing shit like this, but the trend is going downwards. Destiny 2 is, you know, having less and less players online every day. It's getting worse.
It is.
Destiny 2 doesn't do something to turn this around, it's going to fucking die soon. Not soon, but, you know, in the foreseeable future. Because this has been the worst performing DLC or update that Destiny 2 has had throughout its entire runtime. The Edge of Fate might be the end of Destiny's the end of. Damn, I was going to say something so cool there. But
what? Shout out to members. Okay.
I just want to end the video without saying something cool. The end of the fate.
Okay. Well, the link to the video will be down below. Give them a like. Subscribe to the channel. I don't know who they are. Popular video 6 months ago. Warframe handles power creep better than Destiny. I'm so like, what is this channel? So it seems like 6 months ago. So it seems like a Warframe player that used to like and play Destiny. Yeah, so I see a lot of Warframe and like other miscellaneous. So it definitely seems like they used to play Destiny. Yeah, so it's definitely another Warframe player. That's crazy. Anyways, it's crazy that they have the exact same opinion. And as someone who's escaped, this is an opinion from someone who's escaped from Destiny. They've escaped from the addiction. Probably the most base take possible. It's very curious that he got so upset. I mean, yeah, if it makes sense. You enjoyed Destiny and the downfall of Destiny explained. Damn. Okay. Well, there's another video for later. When they essentially sunlit all the armor weapons for EOF, why should I come back when all what I worked for was essentially made useless compared to the new gear? Bungie management is actively horrible, and I feel so fucking sorry for the devs who have all the passion and work rewarded with layoffs of Pete Parsons getting a new car. I agree. Everything in Destiny was a cash grab. Plus, the devs in the game didn't respect your time or investment in the game. Allow me to boil all down for you. Should the indifference, corrupting touch take all of Warframe's player base back down to square one because of elite streamers? We would be screwed. Should the indifference, corrupting touch of all Warframe player base back to square one because of elitist streamers? I don't know if we should blame all streamers for Bungie. I do think that Bungie does try to cater to streamers more. And I do think yes. I do think they do cater to their streamers because essentially their streamers is what's keeping life in the game. It's a symbiotic relationship. If Bungie dies, so does the streamer's job. Outside of that, let me know what you think. Like, it's very interesting to hear these takes of people who are like, they've left Destiny and they're looking outward in.
The Edge of Fates have...
So, yeah, I do think I mean, let's be honest. He's right. We all have mental illness. If we continue to play Destiny. There's hope. There's hope in the horizon that Sony can make some changes. There's hope. There's hopium. We're at this point. It's, we need to see real therapists. Who knows? My job offers free therapy. Maybe like, hey, can I tell you about this game called Destiny? Yes, I have an unhealthy addiction. I have Stockholm syndrome. Please help me. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, your favorite super villain. Oh wait, under it, super villain. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate I have to update this because we got another member to the channel. Shout out to you. You're awesome. I appreciate all the members who support the channel. And I do thank you. You're awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, don't forget to game out.
What am I supposed to do for you?
What am I supposed to do for you?